The Earth spins through space at 90,000 miles per hour, hurtling around the Sun like a race car speeding along a cosmic racetrack. But sometimes a planet changes course, taking an unexpected detour away from the Sun. And when that happens, Earth's journey around the Sun gets just a little bit easier. That's because somewhere out there in the vastness of our solar system, one planet rules them all. A giant so massive it shapes the destiny of worlds around it. This is Jupiter, the king of the planets. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll travel to the largest planet in the solar system and learn what makes Jupiter the true king of the planets. First, let's go to the big guy's throne room. No, not that one. You don't want to get lost in his great red spot. It's easy to get turned around in this colossal vortex of awfulness. At nearly 11,000 miles wide, this raging tempest has been brewing on Jupiter for at least 400 years. Just imagine being caught in those winds whipping around at 400 miles per hour. And that's just for starters. Jupiter is a planet of extremes. And to really appreciate its greatness, we need to put some numbers on the table. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun, but the first in size. With a diameter of 88,000 miles, 142,000 kilometers, it is so enormous that more than 1/300 Earths could fit inside. Its gravity dominates the solar system, pulling comets and asteroids into its orbit. In fact, Jupiter's gravity is so strong that it can break apart comets, causing them to rain down on Earth. Sometimes these showers last for weeks. So if you're anywhere near Jupiter when that happens, make sure you bring an umbrella. Or maybe just move to a different planet. But what does it take to be king? Well, for Jupiter, it's all about the bling. As the seventh largest object in the solar system, Jupiter dazzles with more than 4 times Earth's mass. That means it has a lot of pull, both literally and figuratively. All those asteroids and comets stuck in its gravitational grasp become part of its entourage, orbiting around its colossal form. But don't be fooled by its shiny exterior. Jupiter isn't just a pretty face. It's also got brains and brawn. And speaking of brains and brawn, let's talk about what lies beneath Jupiter's sparkling surface. Landing on the planet would be a very bad idea. No one's ever landed on Jupiter because no spacecraft could survive its crushing pressures and violent storms that stretch deep into its core. We do know that Jupiter doesn't have a solid ground like Earth, but rather a thick atmosphere that makes up its outer layer. In fact, Jupiter's atmosphere is so thick that light takes over an hour to travel through it. Imagine trying to find your way through a thick fog bank. It's like that, but with more turbulence and less visibility. Underneath the atmosphere, things get even crazier. Jupiter is mostly made of hydrogen and helium, just like the Sun. But don't let that fool you. There's nothing sunny about this planet. The pressure in its core is so intense that it turns these gases into exotic forms of matter. These materials behave like liquids, but they're really a mishmash of atoms that have been squished together under Jupiter's colossal gravity. Scientists believe that the core of the planet could be made of metallic hydrogen, which has some incredible properties. For example, it conducts electricity like a metal, but it's also magnetic like a bar magnet. In fact, Jupiter has the strongest magnetic field of any planet in the solar system. That's why the planet often looks like a gigantic glowing orb when photographed from Earth. Now let's move away from the planet and look at its royal court, the moons of Jupiter. Like many kings, Jupiter likes to travel with a large entourage, and he's got at least 95 moons keeping him company. Some are small, rocky worlds, while others are shrouded in mystery. 4 of the largest moons, known as the Galilean moons, are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Each one is more fascinating than the last. Io is a volcanic wonderland with more than 400 active volcanoes that spew lava and ash into the sky. Europa is an ice-covered ocean world that may hide a salty sea beneath its frozen crust. Could there be life there? We don't know, but NASA plans to find out with the Europa Clipper spacecraft launching in 2024. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system, even bigger than Mercury. It's also the only moon that has its own magnetic field. Scientists think it may have a liquid ocean beneath its icy surface too. Finally, there's Callisto, the oldest and most heavily cratered of Jupiter's moons. Its surface is a battleground of ancient impacts, that reveal clues about the solar system's violent past. Now, enough about his family. Let's talk about what makes Jupiter such a formidable ruler. You already know about his massive size and powerful storms, but what else makes him so great? One of Jupiter's most valuable assets is its immense gravity. This force pulls everything towards the planet's center and keeps its atmosphere and moons in check. But Jupiter's gravity also extends far beyond its own borders. In fact, its gravitational pull is so strong that it affects objects throughout the solar system. That means that Jupiter has the ability to protect Earth from dangerous space rocks. It's kind of like having a bodyguard, but instead of fending off muggers on the street, Jupiter fends off comets and asteroids, and it does this without breaking a sweat. Seriously, the planet probably doesn't even notice that it's protecting us. To understand how Jupiter shields Earth, let's imagine the solar system as a crowded party. Comets and asteroids are like rowdy guests crashing around, looking for trouble. If they run into Earth, it could spell disaster. But Jupiter is the bouncer at the door. His massive gravity keeps an eye on everyone entering the party. If a troublemaker gets too close to Jupiter, its gravity will either pull them in for a closer inspection or send them back out into the solar system. That means that Earth gets to enjoy the party without worrying about getting crashed. Thanks, Jupiter. But wait, there's more. Jupiter's moons are also helping to keep Earth safe. One of its moons, Europa, has a cracked ice shell that hides a salty ocean beneath the surface. That means that Europa is basically a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. If the ice shell breaks and the ocean spills out, it could unleash chaos on the solar system. But don't worry, Jupiter's got that under control. Its gravity keeps the ocean in check and prevents Europa from exploding into a cosmic tsunami. And finally, let's talk about Jupiter's impact on our understanding of the universe. In the 17th century, Galileo Galilei discovered 4 moons orbiting Jupiter, now named the Galilean moons. This discovery had a profound impact on our view of the cosmos. It was the first time we realized that not everything in the universe revolved around Earth. In fact, other planets could have their own moons just like Earth. This revelation sparked the scientific revolution and set the stage for modern astronomy. So there you have it, Jupiter, the colossal king of the planets, with its mind-blowing size, fierce storms, mysterious depths, and protective nature. To truly understand Jupiter is to unlock secrets of our solar system and maybe even our universe. Because on this planet, the rules of the universe seem to be rewritten, and we are left in awe of its majestic grandeur. Speaking of majestic grandeur, let's talk about the amazing footage we've captured of Jupiter. Back in the 70s, NASA's Voyager spacecraft snapped some incredible photos of the planet, giving us our first close-up look at this behemoth. But that was just the beginning. In the 90s, the Galileo spacecraft arrived at Jupiter and started sending back even more stunning images. One of the most iconic shots was taken in 1995 and shows Jupiter's surface with its swirling bands and towering clouds. The colors were absolutely mesmerizing, showing a world that was both familiar and utterly alien. But capturing images of Jupiter isn't just about the stunning views, it's also about gathering scientific data. For example, the Galileo spacecraft used its imaging X-ray spectrometer to analyze the composition of Jupiter's atmosphere. This instrument helped scientists identify some of the gases present in Jupiter's atmosphere, such as hydrogen, helium, and methane. But it also detected some more surprising elements, including oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur. These elements are similar to the ones found on Earth, suggesting that Jupiter may have played a role in the formation of our planet. As for the Great Red Spot, it continues to fascinate scientists and the general public alike. NASA's Juno spacecraft, which arrived at Jupiter in 2016, has been capturing incredible views of the storm, including some in 3D. These images have given us a new appreciation for the scale and complexity of this raging tempest. By studying the Great Red Spot, scientists hope to better understand the dynamics of giant vortices and the forces that shape Jupiter's atmosphere. All of these missions have taught us a lot about Jupiter, but there's still so much more to learn. That's why NASA is planning to launch the Europa Clipper spacecraft in 2024. This mission will conduct detailed reconnaissance of the moon Europa, searching for signs of life beneath its icy crust. Who knows what other secrets Jupiter is hiding? But with continued exploration, we may just uncover them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all of our latest content. And be sure to visit our website for more amazing videos about space.